Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we are back on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 72, and as always I am very happy to see you, and in fact, very happy to be back. I don't know if many of you know this. Anyone that's following me on Twitter or Instagram will know that I actually went on holiday over the past couple of days. Yeah, I had a little bit of a break. I went to Portugal and it was absolutely lovely. Thank you ever so much for asking. And yeah, I had a really great time, and that is why you didn't get a Hermitcraft episode on Sunday, so I apologise for that. But I have just got back. I got back about an hour ago. All my bags are still on the floor, but here I am, back recording Minecraft videos as I always do. I'm extremely happy to be doing it though. I seem to have like a new lease of life, just super excited to be back recording videos. And I've actually got a really cool story to tell you about something that happened on holiday that I am sure you're going to like. But first off, you may want to know, what is the plan for today's episode? Well, we are going to be getting our Easter bunny ears on, because we are going to be getting into the Easter spirit by creating a Hermitcraft wide Easter egg hunt. Yeah, we are going to be doing an Easter egg hunt. It is going to be a lot of fun. So the first thing that I think we need to do is enchant a bunch of eggs, or rename a bunch of eggs, so that they correspond to each of the hermit's names, and then they will have a set of personalized eggs to find. So while I do that, I thought I would have a little chat to you about this story, because trust me, it is dead interesting. So this is not going to be your normal holiday story. I'm not going to talk to you about how I sunbathed next to the pool or how I played football on the beach. Instead, I am going to talk about how I was part of a team to rescue a dog from a drain. While I was on my way back over to the airport, I was ready to leave Portugal. We stopped at a stop sign and we saw this little puppy's head pop up from a drain, sort of scurrying about. Clearly he could not get out of there, so we all bailed out of the car and took a look down there, and it turns out, yes, there was actually a puppy stuck down this little drain hole. Now, he had clearly been there for a while. He was extremely skinny, he was absolutely covered in ticks, but he was a little Alsatian mix, and he was the sweetest little thing. He was so happy to see us. His tail was wagging everywhere, and he was shaking about inside his little drain, because obviously he didn't have particularly far to move. So we pulled him out of this drain, we took him back over to the car, we wrapped him up in a towel, and I have never seen such loving looks from a dog before. It was absolutely beautiful. But of course, they then had to continue transporting me to the airport. I couldn't just turn up there late and say, sorry, I missed my plane, I found a dog. It doesn't work like that. But in that time, we did manage to come up with a name, and the name for this little guy is Chuck. Partly because he does actually look like a Chuck, and also because his owners clearly chucked him out. I don't know if that's in bad taste or not, but he really is the sweetest little thing. I will include links to pictures of him in the description and also on the screen. Now, the good news from all of this is that the people that I was staying with that actually live out in Portugal, they have taken him in. They say that he is doing extremely well. He has eaten, he has drunk, and also they gave him a tick clearing bath, and about 250 ticks came off of him. That makes me itch just thinking about it, but I will try and keep you updated on the Chuck situation. I myself want to stay updated because really, he is the most lovely dog. Honestly, take a look at the pictures, they are down there in the description. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that took absolutely ages. I had absolutely no idea you had to get 39 levels per stack of items. I wouldn't have done it otherwise, but obviously since I started, I had to. But these are all of the hermits that I renamed eggs for. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do all of the hermits because otherwise that would have taken absolutely hours. So I chose some of the hermits that I thought were actually going to do it, and it even includes a little bit of a joke about the way that I say Exuma. Apparently I say it wrong. I definitely feel like that is the correct way of saying it. It's got an X at the beginning. Exuma. Exuma. I don't know why. Everyone always calls me up on it. He's never mentioned it. Why do you guys have to mention it? But anyway, yes, these are all of the eggs. These are what all of our hermits are going to be finding. So now we have to head back over to the new Hermiton, and we are going to start this Easter egg hunt. I have just been trying to work out how I'm going to be doing this egg design, and I think this is what I'm going to be going for. So you hermits out there, you are going to be seeing a few of these dotted about. If you see one, then head over, pick up your egg, and voila, you have got one step closer to getting that 3 diamond prize. Every hermit that managed to get a full stack of eggs will get themselves 3 diamonds. I think that sounds like a pretty good idea. I had a bit of an unfortunate event, including a creeper and the spawn town portal, so apparently the hermits are going to get to work on fixing that because I have no idea what this is meant to look like. But anyway, I have managed to place down the first set of clues and also our first giant egg. So, Hermiton Egg Hunt. Find eggs hidden around the town using the riddled clues as a guide for hunting. Full stack of named eggs gets a 3 diamond prize. Behind the factory built by Muse, his disgusting meats, they lead to poos. Alright, so that is where the first egg is going to be. Obviously, the hermits can pick up the very first egg from here, and then they will go over to Muse's place, get the next one, and we are going to construct this exact same egg over there. So let's head over there and do that very quickly. We are now behind the Muse Meats factory. This is where I said the next egg was going to be, and I don't know if I made it particularly clear there. Essentially, each hermit will pick up an egg at each spot, and then once they get the full stack of 16 eggs, they will then return it to the new Hermiton, and of course I will trade it out for a set of 3 diamonds. So here we go, here comes the next clue here, egg number 2, inside the commercial district. The next one stands on top of Corrales and upon his hams. So essentially, the next Easter egg is going to be on top of Corrales' bum. That's where we like to be. Egg number 3, as expected, we are here on the best place in the server, and here is the clue for the next one. Behind the consultancy of Redstone Work, the guy who built it can really rhyme good. I know, I don't know where I come up with these poems, but I think they are getting better and better. But anyway, over to the Redstone Consultancy. This is the first piece of work that I have done for the consultancy for a very long time, so up behind there we're going to build ourselves another Easter egg. Sadly people, I don't really know how to make this any more interesting for you. Essentially, I am going to be placing these eggs over and over again, and I don't really know what I'm going to do to make this video a little bit more exciting, because essentially this is just me repeating the same process. Obviously it is quite fun doing all the riddles and other bits and bobs, but if I was to do this sort of thing in the future, not necessarily an egg hunt, but perhaps something else, because like me and Exuma mentioned in a previous video, we do plan on building a few more type mini-game type things on the Hermitcraft server. If you wanted to see me do this sort of stuff again, what would you like me to do a little bit more? Would you like me to time-lapse the whole process in sort of a long type thing? Or would you like me to do what I'm doing now, and that is progress updates and jump cuts? But what I'm doing here is, of course, I am filling up the entire chest. We have just constructed the egg, and really the actual construction process is very simple. As you saw there, you just have to build a 2-dimensional egg. The issue comes with actually trying to think of the poems and the little riddles, trying not to make them too obvious. I know some of the first ones have been really easy because I have mentioned where we are heading in the name of the thing, but I do want to make them just a little bit more difficult, so it's a tiny bit more challenging, because I don't want to be handing out those 3 diamonds for free. But anyway, that is those ones done, and then we have got the miscellaneous eggs in there for anyone that I have not mentioned in these eggs here. Now I just realised I had to quickly come up with the poem there, because otherwise you would have heard me fumbling about with words trying to come up with this one. So, on top of a store that looks really neat, although the chicken he sells, it tastes like feet. So, can you guess where we are going to be heading? I know this one is once again a little bit obvious, but yes, we are going to be heading over to Corrales Fried Chicken. So let's go. I personally feel like this one is just a little bit more tough. In fact, it might not actually be easy to follow. You might not understand where it is. The next deer egg is placed way up high where the witches live and the crows fly. Now, what I was thinking there is the mage towers. That makes perfect sense. Mages, witches, they're basically in the same thing. And hey, Zombie Cleo just joined the game. She actually built the mage towers, so she will definitely understand what I'm talking about here. But yeah, I will continue on. We will still place an egg up there. Hopefully it will be so visible up at the top that people will just go straight up there anyway. I don't know. So there it is, all the way up there. I actually just ender-pearled away without recording a segment, so I am going to have to remember the poem off by heart. I think it went something along the lines of, where horses go to test their speed, a nice quick ride makes a worthy steed. So we are now going to be heading over to the horse speedometer, which is where obviously all the horses go to test their speed. I think that one makes perfect sense. However, I imagine that some of the hermits, at least one or two, are going to think that it is over by the horse racing track, so that'll be interesting to watch. But anyway, this is where the horse speedometer is, if I can make it over there. So we are going to plonk an egg down right over here. Hopefully it'll be nice and visible, so anyone that is heading over to the racing track will actually be able to see this thing. I do apologise for the rain, there's not a whole lot I can do about it, but egg number 7 is now in place once again. I know that is getting a little bit repetitive, but the next one, an egg in a mushroom, I hear you say. Is that a new mixture? Ask the DEA. Yeah, we got some drug jokes in there. That's exactly what we need in any form of egg hunt. But I have run out of non-named eggs, so I'm going to have to pick up some more of those. But I'm sure you guessed, the next egg is going to be inside Tinfoil Chef's almighty giant glass mushroom. So I'm going to pick up some eggs, then we will head over there and plonk down the next one. I have come to the conclusion that this is only going to be a 10 egg long egg hunt. I'm not going to be going for the full 16 because otherwise it might be just a little bit long-winded, not only for this video where I'm building it, but also for any hermits that are recording themselves doing the actual egg hunt. It might get just a little bit boring. But anyway, egg number 8 here, and then the clue for the next one is a giant mansion at the back of the town where the king of building rests his crown. Now, where do you think that one is going to be? I'm not going to say. I want you to go down to the comment section and let me know. But anyway, I now need to plonk down one more of the eggs in here, and then our random ones, and we will head over there. So here we are, congratulations to anyone that guessed it. Of course, we are over at Corrales' giant house out the back of the new Hermiton, and this place is absolutely lovely. It's very well decorated. Look at these lights. Oh, it's all so cool. He's got a dining table with dinner mats, obviously, sinks, the whole caboodle. He has got absolutely everything, and one of my favourite things about this build is, of course, the swinging chair that he has on the porch there. Lovely stuff. But anyway, of course, the egg has been placed. This is it, the second to last egg, egg number 9. The final egg, oh what a journey. You best lawyer up and bring your attorney. Now I know that lawyer and attorney are the same thing, they are just different words for the same thing. So for example, some people say solicitor, some people say lawyer, some people say attorney. I believe that is how it works. But anyway, we are of course going to be heading over to the courthouse to do the final egg. This is the final one in the search. For any hermits that have been watching this video and plan on doing the egg hunt, you can't, because you've been cheating. No. Bad stuff. But anyway, back over to the courthouse. Let's place down this final egg. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The final egg is now in place. It's got a set of instructions up here for what the hermits have to do. Put all of your eggs into this chest. All people with 10 eggs will receive 3 diamonds hand delivered to their bases. Thanks from Mumbo, and then this is obviously where they will put them in. And also I thought I would add just a very little poem to go right to the end. It's not necessary, it didn't need to be there, but I thought it would be a good send-off. You have reached the end, oh congratulations, accept my 3 diamonds and begin celebrations. Thought that was quite a nice way to send it off. But anyway, that is the entire egg hunt done. I hope that you enjoyed that little piece, but what are we going to be doing for the rest of the episode, you may be wondering, because there's still some time left. Well, I am going to be showing you some footage that I recorded from before I went on holiday of me doing a little bit of work on the labyrinth. Just doing a bit of redstone stuff, nothing too special, but I hope that you enjoy it, so you can watch that, and I'll catch you guys in a little bit. We are currently in the little labyrinth lobby that we have going on here, and I have just noticed something. If you look over here, our labyrinth top times, we've got Exumavoid, who beat me by 0.9 seconds in the last episode, but right at the very top, Slipgator with almighty 1 minute and 17 seconds. The guy's a pro. The guy is a pro. So we're going to have to try and beat that. But before we do, I just want to say an absolutely massive thank you for the amount of support that we've been receiving recently. The number of likes, comments, and just lovely things that people are saying on my videos really has gone through the roof recently, We are approaching 300,000 subscribers, which is incredible, and also we have got a whopping 7,000 subscribers on the second channel, which really is fantastic. I wasn't expecting to get that many people on there, so thank you to everyone that has subscribed to that one. And to anyone that is watching this video, if you do want to see a little bit more of me, then of course I'll put a link to the second channel in the description, as well as to my Twitter and Instagram. A little bit of shameless self-promotion there. But anyway, I think the first thing that we have to do in this episode is give the labyrinth a go. I want to try and beat Slipgator's time of 1 minute and 17 seconds. I reckon we can do it, so let's begin. Before we drop down, I just want to make a few excuses. Number one is that I'm carrying quite a lot of items, so that means I'm a little bit heavier, probably not going to be moving as fast, and also the fact that I designed the maze does not make me any better at doing it. It really is hard to follow. But anyway, in 3, 2, 1, and go. Right, so I think I can roughly remember the route for the first one. It goes something like that. Alright, so we've done the first layer. That was nice and quick. Now, I have absolutely no idea where the other one is, but this looks quite promising. Yes, okay, so we've made that one. That is the second layer done. This is going to be a fast time if we can keep this up. Right, where do I have to go now? Generally speaking, they are sort of on opposing sides of one another. This, once again, looks very promising. Right, third layer is now done. We've only got 4 and 5 to go. And I don't think this is the correct route. No, it is not. Damn it. I knew that. As soon as I started walking down it, I knew that that was incorrect. This has got to be right. This is a really long-winded tunnel. Yes, it is. 5th layer. Come on. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, this is the toughest one. I always remember this one for being difficult. Oh, I was really, really good at designing this level. I must admit, it's not down there. I know it's not down there because it's a loop. Oh, where is it? I need to find the exit. Come on, I could have beaten 1 minute 17. This has got to be taking the mick. I swear this bottom layer is bigger than all of the other ones. Right, here we are. Here we are. That is me. Done. I reckon we beat it. I'm going to take a look at the time of the video now, but I think we have just beaten 1 minute and 17 seconds. Hang on. We did it in 1 minute and 6 seconds. How awesome is that? We have completely destroyed Slipgator. 1 minute 6. Oh, that is going to be a tough time to beat for all of the other hermits there. I don't know if I should pick that up at the board, because technically it is my map and I have already had a go. Perhaps I'll put it next to my one. Alright, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I need to craft up a sign, but you guys saw that. 1 minute and 6 seconds we managed to do. That is pretty sweet. Instead of having a bunch of signs, I thought it would be much better to have a book. So here is the top times book with Mumbo 130, Exuma 129, Slip 117, and then me 1 minute and 6 seconds. Pretty sweet. But anyway, I thought that would be a really fun thing to do at the start of this episode before we crack on with any form of building. Now, what we have to do is we actually have to do a bit of redstone work to do with the labyrinth. I want to create an official timer, one that uses items so that we can get an accurate and also perhaps non-bias timer for all of the hermits to use. So I have done a little bit of work in my redstone testing world trying to come up with a little timing system. And it was actually a little bit more complicated than I first imagined, but I think I have come up with something that works pretty nicely. So as we can see here, when we run across like this, we activate both tripwires, and then we get ourselves a time for the sprint. Now, obviously, it is based in items, and I don't really know how to convert from items into minutes and seconds, but I guess we could do all of the times in item numbers, and that will make it a little bit easier. But once you have done that, you then hit this button over here, and that will reset the mechanism. These items flow back into this original hopper, and then yes, we have reset it so someone else can come along and use it. I think that this is pretty good, so this is what I'm going to be building on the Hermitcraft server as the official timer for the labyrinth maze. The actual timing circuit itself is entirely complete. It has all been done. There it is, you can see it right in the middle there, and you may be thinking, whoa, that's actually quite small. It doesn't look complicated whatsoever, and albeit I haven't tested it yet, I believe this is going to work well. I've managed to compact it right the way down into a 3x3 area, which I say is pretty good. We've got the reset button there. All we have to do now is run the outputs from our maze up into it, and that is where we get into a bit of a logistical nightmare, because obviously we have a tripwire at the top. That's going to be quite easy, because then we can run the wiring underneath and then just run it into there. But the wiring at the bottom, right the way down at the bottom of the maze, we are going to have to find this area and just run the redstone all the way up. So it is going to use quite a few resources, but as far as the timer itself is concerned, I think this is pretty good. And also, it is going to add a nice bit of detail to the room, because in the end, I'm going to put a glass wall up like this so that you can see all of the wiring. It's like a skeleton timer, I don't really know, but I was thinking, because we obviously have the best times here, we have the entrance to the maze there, the exit there, it only seemed right that we had the timer in this section here. But anyway, I'm now going to get to work on wiring them up, and we will see what I can do. I have now hooked up all of the various inputs and outputs from our maze up to the timer, and it works very nicely. I gave it a quick test earlier. I will give it a go, see if I can actually get down into here. Yes, I can. So what we have here is we have got 2 lines of redstone. This one here comes from the bottom, goes up through a torch tower with 12 torches in it, and then travels along like this and goes into the one side of the timer, and then this one over here goes into the other side of the timer. And you may be wondering, why on earth is there so much delay here? Well, that is because I've got to match the delay. There is 13 ticks of delay from this side, so that means that I have done 13 ticks of delay for this one. I think that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then please let me know in the comment section. If I've done something categorically wrong, then really I do want to know about it, because I don't want any of the hermits getting completely wacky times. But anyway, let's take a look back up in the lobby. I want to see if any other hermits have tried out the maze, because it's been a while since my last cut due to a few various bits and bobs. So let's take a look in here. Just grab our book and quill. Yeah, so the top times are still exactly the same. Mumbo 1:30, Exuma 1 minute 29, Slip 1 minute 17, and then finally me with a 1 minute and 6. What an epic time I managed to get there. That really was a sweet run. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for this week. I feel like we've done a bunch of stuff. Obviously, we did the full Easter egg hunt, and also I did a little bit work on the labyrinth that you saw just then, going through a few of the redstone logistics for the timers that I really did think was quite interesting. And once I get that all finished, it should work extremely well, and we will have a really great system for timing the hermits in their maze runs. And like I said, I think in the clip beforehand, any hermits that are watching this, please do the Easter egg hunt and also do the labyrinth thing, because it is all good fun, and I really do want to see more people getting involved with these little mini games, because like I say, they bring great community to the server. Perhaps one day we might be able to do a team event, I don't really know. Those are all plans for the future. Please do let me know in the comment section if you want to see more mini game type stuff, because I will be more than happy to do it. But if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.